Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here on the last day of the regular season, man. Also, Easter Sunday, man. Happy Easter, everybody. Hey, 15 games on the card today to close out the year, man. Thank y'all for joining me on this journey we've been on, man. I can't believe the regular season's already over, man. That's kind of crazy. I've had fun doing this with y'all all season. It's not over. I'm be here with y'all through the entire playoffs as well, man. It's just... damn, the regular season came and went. We're going to try to smash today per usual, man. We swept the 3-game card yesterday in a weird situation NBA we're in right now. We're going to try to do the same here today as well. 15 games. If you're looking for more of this great content, y'all know what to do, man. Smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and drop y'all like down in the comments. My best bets can be found over at pickdawgz.com. Click that link in the description. Takes you right to my handicapper page. There, you can find my long-term packages, 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, monthly, yearly, seasonal. You can also find all my bets for today's action, including my favorite play on the board, my NBA Jam Session play. We cashed out on it yesterday with the Blazers as they covered the spread against the Clips. Clips should not have been laying that many points yesterday. Not this close to the end of the season, man. Just going through the motions. So, nice play yesterday with the Blazers. We've had a nice run on that Jam Session play to close out the season as well. I don't have the number right here in front of me. I wish I did. But when you go by the play, it's going to be right there that you can see what I've done in the last, I think it's going to be 15 games or so. And you can also scoop up my MLB play of the day, man. I do have that number, 8-2 to begin the season on the MLB play of the day, man. There's been 10 days in the MLB. We've only missed 2. We've hit 8. Try to keep that rolling as well, man. I love that MLB play of the day today. Scoop that up as well. Follow me on Twitter at ParlayGuyJ. And usually I have a live show that goes off 3 Central, 4 Eastern. All the games today are before 2:30, so probably no live show today, man. I'll talk to the guys in a little bit, see if anybody wants to come on early. No promises, though. Probably not. We're going to cook it up right now, though, for y'all on today's action, man. So without further ado, thank y'all for joining me on this journey all season. Happy Easter Sunday. Let's make some money on this Sunday. Without further ado, man, let's hop right into tonight's NBA action. All right, so we got 15 games on this card, man. I'm going to be honest. I'm finna run through them. I'm not finna talk y'all's ear off on the last day of the season. So we swept yesterday, trying to keep it rolling into today. It's a whole lot of leans, man. I'm just going to be 1,000. Probably going super light today. Probably cutting all my units in half if I do bet the games as well. So just thought I'd tell y'all. But first game up, we got the Hawks on the road facing the Celtics, man. Celtics laying 6.5, total 227.5. That's how I'm feeling in this one. I'd rather have the points with the Hawks in my back pocket. Hawks working with double revenge. Celtics did win both meetings this season. They hammered them the first meeting, 126-101 on the 16th of November, 126-101. And then the Celtics also won the second one, 134-125 on the 11th of March, so last month in Atlanta as well. Both teams sitting all their main guys in this one. Expected lineup for the Hawks, I'm seeing Holiday, Sadiq Bey, Okonwu. I think this group could possibly keep it in there and hang tough with this Celtics team. For the Celtics, I'm saying Derek White, Grant Williams. Everybody else is out. No Horford, Gallinari, Brown, Robert Williams, Tatum, Smart. None of those guys will play. With that being said, 2 rotational players, field teams. I'd just rather have the points in my back pocket. So I'm coming in this one. So give me the Hawks plus 6.5 plus the points to start off our day here in this one. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Sixers out on the road facing the Nets. Nets laying 3.5, total 219. It's a tough one. Dinwiddie, game time decision. Harris, game time decision. Claxton, game time decision. Really everybody for the Nets is game time decision. I don't think they play, though. The Sixers, at least they came out and told us nobody's playing. No Tucker, Melton, Maxey, Harris, Harden, or Embiid. That's how I feel about it. I think this is just an open gym style game, and we just get a lot of points. I'm going to lean over in this game rather than try to pick a side. I'm going to lean over. I think they just go back and forth, shooting a lot of threes, a lot of easy layups, trying to prioritize health. A lot of bench guys knowing they're not going to get a lot of run in the playoffs, just trying to put the ball in the bucket. I think that's what we see in this one, so I kind of lean over. It's one of those days, man. It's one of those days. Small lean in this one, but I do lean over 219. I guess a small lean to the Nets as well, as they lost all 3 meetings versus Philly this season. Could be a spot where they finally beat them at home. So maybe a Nets money line. I know I don't want to lay the points. So maybe a Nets money line and over. Those are the 2 plays I like in this one. I could see the Nets winning this game. Don't really love that side. Over my best play in this one. I can see rotational players putting up a lot of points. And I'm going to lean Nets money line in this one. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Hornets out on the road facing the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cleveland's laying 6, total 214. I lean Cleveland laying the 6 in this one. They've gone stupid, dummy, crazy on their home floor all season. I know most of their guys won't play in this one. No Allen, no Garland, no LeVert, no Mitchell, no Okoro, or no Windler. But Charlotte, they've been out with a lot of their main guys here recently as well. No Dennis Smith, no Gordon Hayward, no Cody Martin, no Oubre, no Rozier, no P.J. Washington, no LaMelo Ball. Cleveland still has some guys in there. Rubio, Osman, Wade, Mobley. Still a solid little group in there for the Cavs. For the Hornets, man, I ain't gonna lie. I really don't know most of these guys. Theo Maledon, I'm not even finna butcher his name. B. McGowrans, JT Thor, Mark Williams. Cleveland should still roll these boys on their home floor, continue to be dominant at home. If you don't want to lay the 6 in this one, I think Cleveland for sure wins the game. I think there's no way in hell the Hornets win this game. So maybe looking at Cavs money line on some parlays today, I think that's a great parlay piece. No way in hell do the Hornets win this game. And if they do, then damn, I just did not see that coming at all. Lean Cavs, laying the 6. I really like them on the money line for some parlays as well here in this one. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Battle of Florida. We got the Magic visiting the Miami Heat, man. Miami laying 5.5, total 213.5. Before we get to this one, let's take a moment of silence to thank the Miami Heat for all the money that they put in our pockets this season. We have faded them damn near every opportunity we've got, man. They were the worst cover team in the league this season. Other than the Thunder Buddies, man, this was our money-making team right here, the Miami Heat. We faded this team so damn much, made so much money, and it was in this exact spot right here, them as home favorites, man. I guess people just don't learn. Yes, they have been playing better basketball, but I'm running out of opportunities to continue fading Miami on their home floor. I'm going back to the well, man, one last time. Give me the Magic plus the 5.5. I know Miami might have a home game in the play-in tournament. We'll see how that shakes out, but in this one, it's the last one in the regular season, man, and I'm taking the Magic plus the 5.5, continuing to fade the Miami Heat on their home floor, man. I will say injury report-wise is a hard one to handicap, as everybody in this game is still listed as game-time decision. All the starters for Orlando and all the starters for Miami are all game-time decision. I'm going to cap it as if they don't, because I don't think any of these guys play. I mean, I really don't see what's the motivation for them to do so. So let's say everybody doesn't play, and I think the Magic second unit is better than the Heat second unit. The Miami Heat team is also what I've been talking about today, front-end loaded, meaning a lot of their wins and games that they do really well in have to come from their top-tier guys. They're guys that are, the rotational players. I don't like them for the Heat, man. I think Orlando, a team that's drafted really high a lot over the last few seasons, has a plethora of rotational guys that can get a bucket and can play some quality minutes. So I'd rather just have the points in my back pocket with Miami. With Orlando. We have faded Miami all season. I'm not going to stop now. Give me the Magic plus the 5.5 here in this one. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Indiana Pacers out on the road facing the New York Knicks. Knicks are laying 8.5, total 230. I do lean in the direction of the Knicks laying the 8.5. I know I don't want the Pacers, man. The Pacers don't want to win this game. Pacers have been purposely trying to lose games over the last month or so, and they probably lose this one and probably lose it pretty convincingly as well. The Knicks, no Randall, no Brunson, no Jeffries, and no Washington, but still see Quickly, still see Grimes, Barrett, Toppin, Robinson. Still a decent lineup in there for the Knicks. This should be a spot where they hammer this Indiana Pacers team, man. Knicks have won all 3 meetings this season, and most of those were, with both teams at full strength. I think the Knicks have the better lineup still in here today. I think the Knicks probably hammer them for the 3rd straight time. Have not liked what I've seen from the Pacers recently. Just lost to Detroit at home. The Knicks beat them pretty good not that long ago, 138-129. It was actually a few days ago. in Indiana. Cleveland beat them by 10. Milwaukee took them behind the shed. The Knicks and their rotational players should probably do the same here in this one. Lean Knicks, laying the 8.5 here in this. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Milwaukee Bucks out on the road facing the Toronto Raptors. Raptors laying 3.5, total 224.5. The Raptors have kind of turned into the Golden State Warriors night and day. At home, money. On the road, nah. Bucks, they're sitting everybody in this one. No Grayson Allen, no Antetokounmpo, no Connaughton, no Holiday, no Lopez, no Middleton. Their starting lineup today will be somebody named L. Winnington, Javon Carter, M. Beauchamp, I hope I said that right, Jay Crowder, and Miles Leonard. For the Raptors, Malachi Flynn, Gary Trent, Scotty Barnes, Boucher, and Jacob Poeltl. They will not have Anunoby, Siakam, and Van Vliet. For me in this one, give me the Raptors on the money line. I think they just win the game straight up on their home floor, but they've been money at all season. I think the lineup that they're fielding today is slightly better than this Milwaukee Bucks team. And I think this Toronto Raptors team just establishes, I can't talk. I think they established some momentum heading into the playoff, into the play-in tournament, because that's where they'll be. Small lean in this one. I really don't love fading Milwaukee often. I think today's a spot where it's probably warranted. I don't really want to lay the points with Toronto, but I do think they win the game. I'd rather just take them straight up on the money line. Could be a nice little parlay piece as well in this one. Give me the Raptors to win this game straight up. Better lineup at home where they've been money. I think they get this one done here in this. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Houston Rockets out on the road facing the Washington Wizards. Houston laying 4 on the road, man. Total 227. That's kind of surprising. But I do think it's right. I think Houston, with the lineup they're fielding today, is the better team than this Washington team. It's the same Houston team we've seen for majority of the season. Kevin Porter, Jalen Green, Kenyon Martin, Jabari Smith, and Sagoon. So, same guys that's been in there all season. For Washington, we know everybody and their uncle is out. No Bill Gafford, Kuzma, Morris, Porzingis, or Dolan Wright. Starting for them, Goodwin, Johnny Davis, Corey Crisper, Anthony Gill, and Jay Huff. It's in Washington, and I really don't want to lay the points with Houston. I do lean that direction, but I think the best play in this one is just to take the Rockets on the money line. I do think they win this game. Better team, the team with the more cohesiveness is the same team that's played together all season. Completely depleted Washington Wizards team. I expect the Rockets to win this one, and rather than laying the points, I'll just take them straight up on the money line. On the last day of the season, no need to do no extraness like laying points with Houston. Let's just take them on the money line, as I do think they beat up on this Washington team today. That's why I like in this one. Rockets, ML. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Detroit Pistons. They're out on the road facing your Chicago Bulls. Bulls laying 7.5, total 219. We know what's up with Detroit. Still the same people that have been out for the last month or so are out. They do have a nice little lineup going today, though. I'm seeing Hayes in there, Ivy, Duran, Wiseman, and Hampton, with Bagley and Joseph coming off the bench. It's not a bad lineup. For the Bulls, no Beverly, DeRozan, or Zach LaVine, but Dosunmu, Kobe White, Caruso, Patrick Williams, and Vucevic all will play. It's a nice little lineup for the Bulls as well. I do lean Chicago laying the points. I don't love it, but I do lean in that direction. Most of these guys are still in there playing for this Bulls team. So I think they can still do enough. They had beat up on this same Pistons team twice this season, 132-118, 126-108, and 117-115. They're in Chicago in this one. They still have enough people to get this one done. I lean Chicago. Don't really trust the Pistons. Pistons have been awful. They did get a win in their last one versus a depleted Pacers team, though. Before that, they were getting hammered. Got hammered by Brooklyn, Miami, Orlando, and even lost to Houston. I'm not trying to bet the Pistons, man. We had the Pistons in that last one. I don't think today is a spot to be taking. Them Bulls still trying to establish some momentum heading into the play-in. Give me the Bulls, laying at 7.5 here in this one. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the San Antonio Spurs out on the road facing the team that shall not be named. They're laying 4, total 229. I really don't want to talk about this team. I'm done with this team for the rest of the offseason. You won't hear me really utter any words about them. The fact that we're not even in the play-in tournament is absolutely disgusting. With two top 10 players in this league right now and a top 4 player in this league right now in LD, man. So I'm not even going to name this team. We're not betting this team. We're not betting a side. I think the play in this one is go over 229. Spurs played yesterday. They put up 130 and got 150 hung on them by the Minnesota Timberwolves. I don't think much changes in this one. I think we see a lot of scoring. And we know the team that should now be named doesn't play defense. And starting tonight are guys that just want to put the ball in the bucket. Hardy, Christian Wood, Holiday. I think we see a lot of scoring again in this one. I think the Spurs do their share as well. We know the team that almost said their name shall not be named plays absolutely no defense. And they're trying to put the ball in the bucket as well. I like the over in this one. I like it quite a bit. I think we see some scoring in this one. No defense being played. I think we easily get over this 229. Give me the over between the Spurs and the team that shall not be named. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the New Orleans Pelicans out on the road facing the Minnesota Timberwolves, a.k.a. the House of Disappointment. They're favored at though, laying 3.5, total 227. I'll be honest, this is another tough one for me. As I'm sitting here looking at it, it looks like everybody's going to play. McCollum, Murphy, Ingram, Herbert Jones, and Valanciunas all in there for the Pelicans. And for Minnesota, I'm seeing everybody in there. Conley, Edwards, McDaniels, Towns, and Gobert. But in this one, do they play the whole game? I don't think so, man. What's the motivation? It's a tough one for me, man, because I don't know how many minutes their starters are going to play in this game. Are they going to play first quarter and be done? Are they going to play full game, try to get a real play-in simulation type game? I'm not sure what we see in this one. So probably not going to fire this one up. Lean T-Wolves laying at 3.5. I don't love it. In that same breath, the Pelicans, I've been fading them, and it hasn't been great. They have been winning a lot of games recently, but I'm still sticking to they haven't played no damn body, bro. They just haven't. I have not been enthused with the teams the Pelicans have been playing. I think their little win streak that they went on to make the tournament was fool's gold. They had a complete easy schedule, probably the easiest schedule to close out the season. So if this game was straight up, I think the Timberwolves are the better team and would win the game. But the concern I have is I don't know if they're going to play this one straight up. I could see them playing their guys a few minutes and then being an open gym style game and having a lot of rotational players play it. Lean Wolves laying at 3.5. Don't love this game at all. Probably just going to leave this one where it's at. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Memphis Grizzlies out on the road facing the Thunder Buddies, the Cover Buddies, man. Memphis is laying 1.5, total 229. This is another tough one. Everybody's out in this game. Let's run through the injuries. For the Memphis Grizzlies, no John Morant, no Tyus Jones, no Jackson, no Brooks, no Bane, no Steven Adams. Pretty much everybody is out for Memphis. Kennard will play, Concher will play, David Roddy will play, and Tillman will play for Memphis. It's an all right little group right there, man, to be honest. For Oklahoma City, no Jalen Williams, no Jason Williams, no Pavotsky, if that's how you say it, no Shea, no Giddey, no Dort. I think Oklahoma City is kind of front-end loaded, man. I know that their front end is not guys that a lot of people are key to, that a lot of people don't think be hooping at the level they be hooping at, but they do. And I'm just not excited about the Thunder's rotational players, is what I'm trying to say. I think that the Grizzlies do have the better lineup in here today. I know trusting the Grizzlies to win the game on the road is, hey, they just don't do it. And they seem to always have a huge lead in the first half, let it melt away in the second half. That's what we've seen from the Grizzlies a lot recently on the road. But I like them in this spot. I think that the team they're fielding is a little better than the team that the Thunder Buddies are fielding, man. My guy Lofton might have a nice game. I really like him coming out of college, the G League player. He did get signed to the Grizzlies for the playoffs with Steven Adams being out for probably in the entire playoffs. I might look at some of his props. I can see him having a nice game. And I'm leaning Grizzlies. I don't love this game. I really don't. But lean Grizzlies. Laying the 1.5 here in this. In our next matchup, man, this one's fairly interesting because at the current time I'm sitting here, it looks like everybody's going to play for both teams, which is kind of weird. I'm seeing Fox, Herter, Barnes, Keegan Murray, and Sabonis all listed to go in this one. Murray, Caldwell Pope, Porter, Gordon, and Jokic all expected to play in this one as well. The thing is I know we're not going to get a full game of these two teams going straight up. I know that's not the case. So it's kind of hard to handicap this one, to be honest. This is how I feel. If I were to just blindly take a side, I would grab the points with the Kings as the Kings go stupid, dummy, crazy on the road. So do the Nuggets, but we've seen the Nuggets really go through the motions recently. We've seen the Nuggets starters go through the motions over this last month or so. We haven't really seen that from the Kings, man. The Kings have just been the Kings, just winning and covering spreads coming out of the All-Star break. So just as a pure which side do I feel more comfortable on, Kings plus the 4.5 for me in this one. In that same breath, y'all know I really don't like fading the Nuggets on their home floor, man. That's the golden rule. We really don't fade the Nuggets on their home floor. Tough game because, again, I don't know how many minutes none of these guys are going to play. I know they're not playing full game. We know that, but we don't know the expected minutes, so it's a hard one to figure out. I wouldn't be surprised if these guys went hard first quarter and sat the rest of the game, but I wouldn't be surprised if they played spot minutes either, so it's hard. Slight lean to the Kings, though, plus the 4.5. Best road cover team in the league right now. I think they probably keep it rolling, try to establish some momentum heading into the playoffs. I just feel better getting the points in my back pocket with the Kings. Here it is. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Utah Jazz out on the road facing the Los Angeles Lakers. Lakers laying 16.5, total 231.5. Jazz covered yesterday, man. Chris Dunn and all the foreign guys. I saw a lot of y'all kind of were laughing at that in the comments yesterday. I didn't want to butcher those guys' names for Utah, man. I just really didn't. I can't pronounce none of the four guys in that starting lineup. I just can't. So that's why I called them the foreign guys. They hooped yesterday. Got them an outright win yesterday. Did the Jazz. Shout them boys out, man. And today, I'm going to grab the points with them again. I'm not laying 17 with the Lakers. I don't even think none of these guys play. No Russell, no LeBron, no Davis. I don't think those guys play. And laying 17 right now with the Lakers is crazy. Jazz have been cover machines all season. Would not be surprised if they went out with one more. Grab the points with the Utah Jazz. Here it is. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Los Angeles Clippers out on the road facing the Phoenix Suns. Clips laying 11, total 225. Clips played yesterday. We faded them boys. We had Portland as our jam session play of the day yesterday. Went through. Clips should not have been laying 17. Not this late in the season. Yes, their guys did play in that one, but we know they weren't going to take that game fully seriously. They're prioritizing health. In this one, though, I'm going to be honest, I do kind of like the 11. I don't love it, but I like it. And I do think about laying the 11 with the Clips. I am seeing all their guys in there again today. Westbrook, Gordon, Leonard, Batum, Zubac. Tyloo said they're going to get some run today. And I think they do just enough to beat up on this Suns team who has decided to sit everybody. Their starting lineup today will be Saban, Lee, Shamet, Okogie, Craig, and Jocelyn Dale. No TJ Warren, no Aiden, no Biyombo, no Booker, no Durant, no Paul, no Payne. Suns are probably my favorite right now to win the finals, but in this spot right here today, and I know they've won, 6 straight games at home, but with everybody out for them and an already depleted Suns team, they traded away all their role players to Brooklyn to get Kevin Durant, so they're not back-end loaded. This is a front-end loaded team. The Suns would not be surprised if they got hammered today. Give me the Clips, laying the 11 here in this one. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Golden State Warriors out on the road facing the Portland Trail Blazers. Golden State is laying 17, total 233. We're grabbing the points with the Blazers in this one. We're not laying 17 points with the Warriors on the road. We're just not doing it. The Warriors have barely won on the road all season and are the worst road cover team in the entire league. And what is their motivation to come out here and blow this Blazers team out today? Can they? Yes, they can. We all know they can. But what is the motivation to do so? Lineup-wise, I'm seeing Curry as a game-time decision. He probably doesn't play. I'm seeing Wiggins out, Iguodala out, Kuminga game-time decision. I'm saying Thompson in, DiVincenzo in, Green in, and Looney in. I would not be surprised though if these guys sat. I would not be surprised at all. I say grab the points with the Blazers early. We cashed our jam session play of the day yesterday on the Blazers. Hey, yes, this team's awful. A lot of rotational players, a lot of G League players, but in that same breath, they're still NBA guys, and laying 17 on them is not a great place to be. I think the Blazers can keep this one competitive, just like they did yesterday. Yes, they were getting beat on yesterday, but like I said, would not be surprised if they caught the back door. And that one yesterday, that's exactly what they did. And in this one, I would not be surprised if they caught it again. Golden State's not going to play their guys this full game. For what? What's the motivation to do so? A 10-point win is just fine for the Warriors. A 6-5-point win is just fine for the Warriors. No need for them to come out and blow out this Blazers team on their last and final game of the regular season and final game of the day. I'd rather have 17 points and cushion in my back pocket. Blazers, give me another cover today, man. Blazers plus a 17. Hearing this. And that's going to conclude today's episode on the Jam Session on April 9th, 2023, man. Thank y'all for watching, and thank y'all for being with me here through the entire NBA season, man. I can't believe it's already over. The regular season, man. We got play-in on the horizon, playoffs on the horizon as well. I can't wait for that. I'll be here with y'all the entire way through, man, as we try to smash it per usual, man. We just went through 15 games, man, on the last day of the season. Hopefully we make some money on a Sunday. If you're looking for my best bets, the ones that I'm placing tonight, click that link in the description. It takes you right to my handicapper page there. You can find my long-term packages, 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, monthly, yearly, seasonal. You can also find all my bets for today's action, including that jam session play, man. My favorite play on the board in the NBA. You can scoop that up, man. We had a winner yesterday with the Blazers. Been on a nice little run, too, to close out the season, man. So scoop that play up. And you can find my MLB play of the day there as well. Cashed out on that yesterday as well. 8-2 to begin the season on that MLB play of the day. We've only missed 2. There's been 10 days of the MLB season. We've only missed 2 play of the days, man. I would say that's pretty hot to start out the MLB season. We try to keep that rolling today as well, man. Thank y'all for watching again, man. It's been your guy, Jay Briggs, man. Probably no live show today, as all these games are super early. Super early. So no live show today, man. Maybe I'll talk to him in a minute, see if anybody want to come on maybe early, but I doubt it, guys. So probably no live show today. We just cooked it up all 15 games. Let's make some money on a Sunday. Thank y'all for being with me through the entire season. It's been your guy, Jay Briggs. Let's make some money on a Sunday. See y'all tomorrow, man. I'm out of here. Peace. Actually, see y'all Tuesday. There's no NBA tomorrow, so see y'all Tuesday. And I'm out of here. Peace.